Yeah, just a quick review of Dr. Frederick's original reversible wrist thumb brace. So this brace is made specifically to help with help out the wrist and the thumb. So the idea here is that the brace kind of supports the joints and the soft tissues, and it also restricts the motion of your joints. So that way the joint has a chance to kind of rest, recover, and not get so overstressed. So, two purposes. Number one, you might have had a thumb issue in the past, and it's better now, but you can use this as a prevention kind of thing. So let's say, hey, I got to help some friends move, or I got to do some heavy lifting this weekend. I don't want to aggravate my thumb. You can put this on. So good for prevention. Also, it's good for treatment. If you have something that's aggravated or you have an arthritic joint, a lot of people using these for if they have base of the thumb arthritis, which is also known as CMC joint or carpal metacarpal joint arthritis. A lot of people using it for these to help immobilize the joint. So it's good for that as well. Anyway, a few points about this particular brace. It does have a vented fabric, which I really like, which means it's very breathable. So if you do end up having to wear this a lot, especially during the summer months, braces can get kind of warm and hot, and then you can start to sweat. And so if you wear this thing enough and you start sweating enough, things will start to stink after a while. So then you have to worry about washing it and that kind of stuff. So it's always good to start out with a highly breathable fabric first. The other good thing to know about this is that it's reversible. It fits the right or the left. So if you need it for the right hand, then down the road and your left one's bothering you, hey, use the same brace. You don't have to invest anymore. So here again, there's lots of other things besides braces, though, that you can do. Bracing is the easiest and the quickest till things rest and recover, but there's a couple other things you might want to consider doing if you're having, like, say, a thumb problem, because most people aren't really going to wear this, I think, for just a wrist problem, because then you could just have a simple wrist brace, but this one adds the thumb, so most people that are using this are going to use this, for the thumb. So there's a couple other things I want to mention. This is where I'm getting this from, the Healthy Thumb Handbook. So if you have a problem in the joint, like let's say you do have arthritis of your thumb joint, or you just have an overworked joint. When joints get irritated, a lot of times the muscles around the joint also get irritated. They kind of react to what's going on in the joint. So they get irritated, and they can develop these things called trigger points. And these are irritable spots in the muscle that then can create pain. So not only if you're having thumb pain, couple things. It could be just the joint, pain coming from just the joint, or you could also have a muscular component of your pain. That means that, a certain amount of your pain is coming from the muscles as well. So muscles are usually easier to treat. They have more circulation going to them than a joint. So you can iron out these trigger points with simple massage techniques and get rid of your muscular pain. It's not really that hard to do. If you do have arthritis or problems in that lower joint there, you're at risk for your web space here to become tight. So it's always good to stretch out your web space. Joints that are irritated or arthritic love to be distracted. So to take pressure off the thumb joint, there's a simple distraction technique you can use in standing. Distraction is great. It's like a vacation for the joint because basically you're taking pressure off the joint, and it just, arthritic joints just love that because it takes all the pressure off, and they can relax, rest, recover. No stress on them means no pain. Getting joint stability. There's actually stuff you can do to increase the stability of your thumb. The most problematic joint by far is the CMC joint that I mentioned. People get arthritis down there. There's a muscle called your abductor pollicis longus. As you can see, that sucker inserts right there on the joint. So this book advocates doing an exercise using a rubber band for progressive resistance to get stronger. So if you do this exercise week by week as your abductor pollicis longus gets stronger and stronger, you're going to get more stability in that joint. And not only just like stability, but dynamic stability. So as you're moving your thumb around, you're getting more control over that joint, and all that equals less pain. There's one other key muscle people might not know about. The first dorsal interossei muscle attaches right to the base of the thumb. So there again, these exercises, they take like maybe less than 2 minutes to do. So if you do both of them, it's less than 5 minutes, and you really only need to do these things 2 times a week is really enough to gain strength. And you do 3 if you want to. And then week by week, like say, as you get stronger, you get more joint stability, and that equals less pain. So lots of other things you can do. But hey, nothing as quick as a brace. Putting on a brace, instant immobilization, and that means, aggravated tissues are getting stressed, so that equals less pain. So yeah, it's a good brace. Check it out.
Hello everybody, I just wanted to do a quick review of this thumb brace. I love it and it has really helped me. Super easy to put on. All you do is slide your hand through it, circle it around, and tape, and tape. Maybe. It's not usually that hard, okay? And then that, and that's it. Stabilizes my thumb and it feels so much better. Try it out, guys.
DFO product. Well, when I noticed a flaw in it, seemed like a pretty good product until I go and grip. You noticed that came off. Not enough Velcro. Needs better thumb support strap. Need more Velcro on it or something that keeps the strap on to cover it. Kind of a hold it on there.
Cuando estás confiado, entiendo, pero una vaca se te aparece alguien.
It's our duty to shine a light on what's happening.